Alright, what's up everybody, and welcome to Real Time for the Real Everyday Movie Fan. I'm, of course, Josh Williams. Thank you so much for joining me here today, because I am giving you my real-time review of Us. Now, Us is written and directed by Jordan Peele, and it stars Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, Elizabeth Moss, Tim Heidecker, I'm sorry, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. I'll go last, but Evan, Alex, and lastly, Shahadi Wright Joseph. I hope I got it right. But, man, this movie has been extremely hyped ever since Get Out came out in 2016, and I've been really excited to see his next iteration of his filmography, to kind of see what else he can bring to the table in the horror genre. And, man, this movie does not disappoint whatsoever. But before we get into it, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can see more of our various content in the future. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right into this movie. And man, I actually almost thought about I was going to do my review last night, but I had to really think about this movie. Like, I spent most of the rest of the night just kind of staring at the ceiling thinking about this film. It is another great addition to his filmography and to the horror genre itself. It is layered with so many good themes and nuances within the film that, like, you could have, he has a theme for one specific thing. Like, you could have, two themes for one specific thing, and they thread near perfectly throughout the entire film. I'm going to give this movie a 9.3. Now, you guys know sometimes Ryan makes fun of me for making 9s, 9.3s, 9.5s, whatnot. But there are some problems I have with it that I'll get towards the end. But I want to talk about some of the best things. And right off the bat, Lupita Nyong'o. Oh my god. Like, she's, to me, this year's Toni Collette, and as far as performance-wise in a horror movie, that if she doesn't get a nomination just like, Toni Collette didn't, that's a travesty. Like, her performance in this, playing two different people, because, like, you see the main family, they're playing two different people. They're playing themselves and a doppelganger. And her performance of both of them is miraculous. That's not even to say against the other people. Winston Duke playing two different people, he did a great job as well. The children did a fantastic job. More specifically, I think Shahadi Joseph, she did a great job with the character she was given, and it just kind of took my breath away when you see how he was when Jordan Peele was able to direct both of them kind of side by side, because obviously they had to have CG'd each other, but for his for his choices of camera movements and camera angles to focus on the two of them, when you see that scene where they kind of all like when both families confront each other, that whole scene was breathtaking. Like, there was times I actually had to stop and breathe because I realized I was holding my breath because it's so intense. And he adds in comedy as well, which felt really organic. And it's very interesting how he's able to add comedy to these types of scenes and still keep you on the edge of your seat. I just applaud him for his directorial decision making within, like, a lot of these scenes of the film. So, but back to Lupita, like I said, she just did a great job, and I liked how kind of the story is really focused on her. And how, and as the movie progresses, you get to know more and more about the character, but more and more about the situation. And given, like, with her as being the main character, there is a twist at the end. Like, I'm pretty sure you're seeing a lot of things online. There's a twist at the end. And this is a spoiler-free review. I'm actually probably going to be doing a spoiler review, an in-depth about a lot of these different threads and themes and what I think they mean on Sunday or Monday. So look out for that if you guys really want to get into spoiler discussions about that. But a lot of people are saying, how the twist happened at the end, they didn't really like it. It kind of blew me away. Now, when you look back, like when you see the twist and you look back at how it all transpired, it really makes sense. And I almost feel like now that I know the twist, going back to see it again, I'm going to get another, I'm going to view it from a different standpoint. And to me, it's probably going to be a whole new film, which to me, that's also a triumph in his writing. Because he's able to take what you think is happening, turn it on its head, and when you see it again, you get a whole new experience of a film. And that's very special to be able to do. To me, this reminds me a lot of Babadook, like, where you can just watch it over and over again, dissect so many different themes and metaphors and nuances that would or interpretations that make you just really just kind of open your eyes like, oh wow, that's really awesome. I couldn't believe he was able to do that and have it make sense throughout the whole film. Now, one of the last things I want to bring up is there is some things I didn't necessarily go like when you're really diving deep into this movie, right? Like when you're diving deep into this film and thinking of all the themes that thread together to make this plot work and all these different plot details that really kind of add into the movie, there are some plot details. Like when you think, if you have some theories about the film, and if I'm right about the ones I believe, which I'll get into the spoiler discussion, the details within that plot, the details within that plot point start to fall apart. Like they start to, not completely, like they're kind of minor, but they're details that actually I feel like are important that could have been explained a little bit better as far as like how certain people got certain things. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't really go into too much detail, but when you see the movie, you'll understand hopefully what I mean. And if not, join me in the spoiler discussion, like I said. But besides that, those are really the only things that really bother me. But even in, like, there's one plot detail that I feel like is kind of a quintessential moment for it. So that's why it's only got a 9.3. But besides that, guys, you guys need to go see this movie. See it more, like twice, 3 times, because I'm pretty sure you'll get so many more new details and great details about them, which I can't wait to talk to you guys about on Sunday or Monday. But then if you wanted to ask me, like, which was the better film, Get Out or Us, I would say for a very strong thematical film that really hits its message hard and clearly, I'll go with Get Out. But as a pure horror movie, I'll say Us. And then even then, I have 2 more. Like if he was asking me which is the better film in general, not horror, just better movie, I will go with Get Out. But if you're going to ask me what I'm going to see over and over again, and what I consider probably going to be my favorite that I can see myself watching, it's definitely Us. This is a great iteration into the horror genre. This is just a great time to be a horror fan. It really is. Like, these past few years, we have gotten some excellent, excellent horror movies where if you were to make a top 10, the good, the greatness of horror these days outweighs the bad. Whereas like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, it was the opposite. So guys, take it in these last couple of years and this upcoming year, because we got a lot of great ones coming out. The Lighthouse is coming out, Midsummer. Those 2 are, like, one of them is directed by the guy Hereditary and The Witch. This is just a great time to be a horror fan. Go watch it and go enjoy yourself. You will not waste your money, I guarantee it. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. More importantly, what did you think of Us? Without spoiling anything, leave your comments in the section below. Let me know whether you liked it or not, and give me your score out of 10. Also, if you like what you watch, again, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can receive more of our various content in the future. Also, like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Stardust. The links are in the description below, as always. That's all I have for today. Again, I'm Josh Williams, and thank you for keeping it real with Real Time.